movies from the
You like 50-foot woman?
collection,
I'd love to have a
including
50-foot
Federico
woman.
Fellini's
Actually,
masterpiece,
I don't know if I'd love to have a
Weston
50-foot
Sturgis
woman.
screwball comedy,
I just
The
have to
Palm
love
Beach
to have a
Story.
woman.
It Happened
If
One
she was
Night,
50
starring
foot, that
Clark
would be a
Gable and
little
Claudette
problematic.
Colbert, and the Harold
But
Lloyd
that could be
silent
fun.
comedy Safety Last,
That would
all
be really
available on
interesting.
Blu-ray and looking better
At least
than
I
ever.
could
So shop
visually
now
play
and
with
save
my
big
50-foot
during our
woman, as long as she was only my
Criterion
wife.
collection sale
You
at
can't like
shop.tcm.com
freak
or
around with your
call
50-foot woman if she's not your wife.
1-888-9TCM shop.
When we make it weird in the world of the virtual universe, everything can't be like in the domain. You've got to like have standards, or else we're gonna be whacked out of our minds. We will still be whacked out of our minds, but with standards. That's the important thing. You have to have moral standards when you're whacked. Whatever that means.
Hey there, everybody. Thanks for joining us today. I'm Ben Mankiewicz. We just spent some time with the troublesome kids in Children of the Damned, but now things are about to get a lot worse. From Allied artists in 1958, it's the cult sci-fi favorite Attack of the 50-Foot Woman.
I love that
It's
one.
the story of a spoiled heiress who, after coming in contact with a giant alien, grows to be 50 feet tall, and the person she attacks, her no-good philandering husband. Significantly, everybody in the movie plays it straight, as if this is the best years of our lives and not the Attack of the 50-Foot Woman. By all standards of cinematic decency, this is a bad movie. But today, at 2 Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific, we are throwing decency out the window.
I love throwing
This is the
decency out the
definition of a
window.
deliciously bad movie. It's like eating greasy Chinese takeout food and then eating the leftovers again the very next morning. You know you shouldn't, but you're home alone. Nobody has to know.
Right.
Attack of the 50-Foot Woman features a script and special effects that nobody seemed to give much thought to, and it was shot for under $100,000 in just over a week. A week.
A week?
Well, that intense level of craftsmanship and attention to detail shows up in virtually every frame. There are wonderful moments like when the alien giant reaches down, picks up a car in his hand, then smashes it into the ground, only the car we see destroyed is a completely different kind of car than the one picked up. You'll also enjoy that the 50-foot woman's giant hand, sometimes all we see of her, looks like a float in a junior high homecoming parade. Throw in over-the-top performances by the two lead actresses, and you've set a standard that other bad movies can only aspire to achieve. Basically, if you can sit and watch this movie without smiling and laughing throughout, then you just don't love movies. Or maybe you just have good taste. It's one of those. But I swear it's fun. From 1958, on starring Allison Hayes, William Hudson, and Yvette Vickers, here is Attack of the 50-Foot Woman.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is KRKR-TV, and now for the latest news. Early tonight, the captain of a Swedish icebreaker in the Barents Sea reported seeing a strange red fireball come out of the sky. Says the captain, it hovered above my ship for about a minute and then headed south by southwest, unquote. Radio Cairo reports a herd of camels stampeded by a comet-like object streaking southwest across the Sahara. And in Cape Town, Africa, a Boer no doubt, reports a similar flash across the sky. And still one more, ladies and gentlemen. A farmer in Auckland, New Zealand, reported the strange glowing object, this time moving northeast. Now let's see. Barents Sea, Cairo, Auckland, Considering the timetable of these reports, the stranger from space should be over our California desert in a matter of minutes.
Buddy, tonight anyhow. You see the way she tore out of here in that big car of hers?
She caught us nodding to each other.
She'll make up for all the things she hasn't caught us doing. I'm so fed up. I never should have agreed to go back to her once we were separated.
Why did you?
Why? Couldn't pry one nickel out of her. The community property routine only works for women. Man hasn't got a chance.
Unless the wife dies. I didn't say anything.
You were thinking it.
Not the same thing. Didn't you say she was in the nut house for a while?
Private sanitarium.
What's the difference? She was off her rocker, wasn't she?
I suppose so. Well, they got some fancy name for it. Mostly she'd have these violent headaches. Then she got falling down drunk. Still has them to this day. What are you getting at?
Oh, come on now, Harry. Let's not be naive. You've made a good start, now follow through. She's on the brink and you know it.
I don't know it. This Dr. Cushing seems to be helping her a lot. She's tapering off in the bottle, too. Hardly took a drink all evening. You saw her.
All she needs is a little help. Play the husband right to the end. Once she's in the booby hatch, throw the key away. That'll put you in the driver's seat. You'd make a wild driver, Harry. With $50 million.
Harry! Harry! Harry, help me!
Mrs. Archer, what's the matter? Here, somebody give me a hand. We'll take her into the office. Hey, Chief! Chief!
Mrs. Archer. Go on, folks, go on. Go on. Nothing you can do around here. Go find Harry while I take care of Mrs. Archer.
All right, let's break it up.
Now, come on, Mrs. Archer. Come on and sit down in the car. I'll send somebody for some black coffee.
Black coffee? You think I'm drunk, don't you? All of you! I'm not drunk! I'm not! You've got to believe me.
Please.
It was right in the middle of the highway, 30 feet tall. It lit up the sky.
I know that.
You don't believe me, do you? Any of you!
I'll believe you, Mrs. Archer. I'll believe you. Just be calm. Now, come on and sit down in the car. Come on, take it easy and tell me all about it slowly.
Hey, Mr. Archer. Mr. Archer.
What is it, Charlie? Oh, all right, I get the message.
She's over at the sheriff's office. She's kind of bad shape. She's pretty hysterical.
Couldn't find me tonight, Charlie. I took a cab home.
Sure, I get it, Mr. Archer. Thanks a lot.
So she's tapering off, eh? Hardly took a drink all evening.
Must have been a bottle in the car. I don't know.
Find Mr. Archer?
Well, he took a cab home, Chief.
Well, Charlie, go get the riot gun. We're taking a ride in the desert with Mrs. Archer.
Right. Why the heavy artillery, Chief?
There's a flying satellite and a 30-foot giant a few miles out on 66.
A 30-foot giant? Oh, no.